Good afternoon, everybody. Albert Steed, your host for the Nerds News, a near daily, hopefully daily news show focuses on giving you all you need to know about small business news and the things that are happening with technology and small business and where they meet. Again, I'm Albert Steed, the host, chief nerd at Advanced Computer Solutions. And we've got some news for you. But first, before we get going, like I do every day, we're going to salute small business owners, all those people who slave away building their tiny little businesses, or sometimes not so tiny, that employs most of the people in this country. Bear the brunt nights and days. I salute you. Thank you so much for all you do, especially to my clients. You guys are great. All right. Our top story today that we're going to review, discuss. Microsoft Teams gets multi-line phone, meeting notes, and new licensing. So the big takeaway here, see, Microsoft is rolling out a wave of Teams updates starting this month. Teams Phone now supports up to 10 phone numbers per user. That's coming in late April. All the other stuff, I don't even know what it is, don't even care. That's the big news for that update, is that, you know, we sell Microsoft products, a lot of them. We do sell and use the products. We use Teams a lot. And it, in a intelligent, normal, good world of good technology, we would probably be using Microsoft Teams for our phone system, but we don't, because it's so lacking in so many features, such as having two phone numbers go to one extension or one person. I'm trying to imagine what that would be like to just have one phone number. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend using Teams per se. There's so many other better options. I hope Microsoft catches up though, because it would be really nice to not have so many apps running and be able to transfer calls and do all the important stuff you need to do right within one application. But like everything else Microsoft does, Teams is half-baked in so many ways. And it is also classic Microsoft to have, you know, every product that they can think of that they create, you know, server OSs, consumer OSs. They used to have, you know, phone OSs and iPod. I don't even call it. I don't even remember what it was called, but an iPod device that from the late Cretaceous period. And so, yeah, if Microsoft focused a little more, we might have better products. But here we are, adding a very basic feature to a very important app. But it's good. If you're using it, it's got to be really good. If you're thinking about using it, there's another reason to. The fact that we don't let that hold you back. We can always support it. Our next news item. Microsoft is paywalling Copilot, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint beginning April 15th. This might be the third day in a row we discussed this, but I decided to run with this again because it's really kind of important. And there's some pricing attached to it. So the in-app integration goes away unless you pay an extra $21 per user per month. And this is for businesses with 300 or fewer users, which is basically all of my clients. This Windows Central also says that about 3% of Microsoft 365 customers pay for Copilot. I don't know why the 3% would pay for it if they're giving it away for free. But again, now you have some pricing. That's a lot of money. Did the math on that. So if you've got a 20-person office and you got to pay 21 bucks to get this integration, that's $5,000 plus per year that you didn't budget for. So I hope my clients who are using it are listening to my dulcet tones and are planning ahead. You know, this is our outreach here. There might be better ways to do this than using this AI, Copilot AI. Maybe not. At $21 a user, it's equivalent to what you're paying for a Claude or OpenAI's ChatGPT. So, you know, but you're getting Copilot. So, all right, our third news item. AI-powered phishing attacks are now the fastest growing threat to SMBs. Multiple cybersecurity reports confirm that AI-generated phishing emails have become the fastest rising cyber threat. So, I mean, what does this mean? And why, you know, emails coming to you trying to steal your money is nothing new. That's been happening since 1995. But what is different is that an AI can write a perfect email. And for many decades now, what we've been saying is if the prince of some African nation emails you and says that he needs some money to put you into his will, and it's written with broken English or with no punctuation or poorly written or whatever, yeah, of course you're gonna go, okay, that's not real. Now we've got perfect English coming at you, written by AIs that create perfect everything. And so people need to, you know, it's funny because the more perfect it is, the more I am suspicious of what comes in. The more I work with AI, the more I can spot it. So yeah, I guess now we just got to look for too perfect of writing, and look for something that's a little more human. Spelling will be perfect. The sentence structure will be perfect. And you know, the reality is just don't do it. If you get an email saying, you know, go and do something, well, go to your boss, go to somebody who should know whether or not you should be doing that, and you know, verify it. Don't just do it. It's almost impossible today to really truly know what's wrong, what's right, and what's wrong as far as what's legit and what's not legit. Let's just put it that way. What's legit and not legit without confirming. You can't just uh, do it on the fly anymore. You've got to go and dig into it. I remember back in the day, you know, the sultans and such were emailing, and first time getting those emails, and it's very interesting. It used to just be that when the bad guys, they weren't actually all that bad. I remember, so when I worked for the internet service provider, the dial-up internet service provider up in northern Michigan back in the late 90s, early 2000s, we would we had our own email system, provided email, and it also, this goes back even to college in late like 95, 96, getting emails, getting messages from people all over the world. I had a fan of a website I made that was from New Zealand, and we emailed back and forth, and he sent me a book that he had written. It was really, really, really cool for the late 90s to reach out and touch somebody like that. And so, but I was listening to a podcast today, and one of the guys on the podcast was complaining that a website was created in his name, selling stuff in his name, and he's like, I didn't even create the website. And he goes, you know, and I've always been a big supporter of you know, the country that this email came from, and then I discovered that, or not email, this website was created from. Then I just discovered that the bad guys were from this country, and da, da, da. So there's a worldwide problem, and just be aware that it doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter who you are. The bad guys don't know who you are, where you live, and you're all Americans, and you're all got more money than they do, and they want some of it. So never forget that. All right. Quick hits. Microsoft auto renewal changes are live. As of April 1st, turning off auto renewal on Microsoft 365 subscriptions no longer lets them simply expire. They now transition to extended service time. I don't, which when it transfers to extended service times, you can still incur charges. So you can check your renewal settings. So I don't fully understand what that means. If you turn off auto renewal, and I guess this is Microsoft. This is why we love being Microsoft's partner. It's not really why, because we hate Microsoft for this. Instead of just turning off the service, they now put you into a month-to-month, which is better than renewing it on an annual basis. You're not locked in for 12 months. That has been a big burn for us. So that's okay, I guess. So anyways, but the price of the product goes up when it goes to month-to-month. The transition to the Copilot Paywall, natural pivot for good, Anthropic's Claude code. Yeah, source accidentally leaked. So 2,000 TypeScript files, whatever those are, and a NPM package update of 2,000 TypeScript files was released. No customer data was exposed. So I read about this yesterday, and what Anthropic's biggest user, their biggest customer, got a hold of this, did something with it, and created his own Claude. So he no longer needs Anthropic. I find that hilarious. It also became basically what you would call open sourced, because instantly everybody grabbed it, pushed it out there to the web. Anthropic tried to stop it from going out, but they couldn't, and here we are. I also read that Anthropic has a very sophisticated, what we call it, security system for stopping exactly this type of thing from happening. Some middle manager guy accidentally posted the wrong thing to the wrong place. So there we are. Apple expanding U.S. manufacturing partnerships. Apple added Bosch, Cirrus Logic, TDK, and Unity Electronics to its American manufacturing program. TDK will manufacture sensors for Apple in the U.S. for the first time. Look, guys, I'm a very political person, but this is not a political thing. If you really, there's people going to get upset about this. Oh my gosh, because of the politics around it. This is a really good thing. Americans can manufacture things. There's people that want jobs, that want to do things, that we can make stuff here. And so this is a big deal. And, I'm in the security business, and if I could buy an American-made firewall that was manufactured with all the components here, and I would, and it would be more secure. It would be better than buying something from China. So I'm really excited about this. I'm old enough to remember when Dells were made in Texas, when Apples were made in California, when chips were made here, and I don't understand why we can't do that today. It's almost all automated. I mean, come on. So good for you, Apple. Good for you to the administration for making this a priority. Very excited to start to see the new products coming out that are secured and are not being spied upon by foreign governments. So that's a good thing. All right, that's the news for today. I'm Albert Steed. This is the Nerds News. It is Thursday, April 2nd, the day after my not favorite day of April 1st and all the nonsense you have to deal with on April Fool's Day. So anyways, I hope everybody has a good day. Weekend's coming up soon. Holy Week's progressing. Holy Thursday. We have Good Friday tomorrow. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter weekend. Thanks so much. Oh, and if you celebrate Easter, I was just going to say that I've got a few employees out today and tomorrow for that purpose to celebrate. So that is a wonderful thing. Everybody have a great weekend.